battered. The anchor. Let's play a little bit of it. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I have journeyed through the long dark night, out on the open sea, by faith alone, sight unknown, and yet his eyes were watching me, and the anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I've had visions and I've had dreams. I've even held them in my hands, but I never knew they would slip right through like they were only grains of sand. But the anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging storm. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I've been young, but I'm older now. There has been beauty that these eyes have seen. It was in the night, through the storms of my life. Oh, that's where God then proved his love to me. And the anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging sea. The anchor holds in spite of the storm. I grabbed the wrong one. Get the other one down there.
That'll be good enough.
Okay. He said that's good enough. Now.
Wait a minute, hold on. She's talking some more.
I'm just gonna say quickly how we got to this church. We live in Wilkes County, and our home is about an hour away. And, but we have TV out that far. And
Finally.
finally. And it actually, Wilkes Communications picked it up a little bit, and we could get Sparta Church of God on TV on Sunday morning. So Tony rolled up on it one morning, and he said, "Come here." And I did, and he said, "I know him." He said, "That's Doug, that's Randy and Billy's cousin." And I'm like, "Is that your cousin too? Because he's Randy and Billy's cousin." Well, he's not, and that's a different story, but anyway.
No, our family tree, it forks.
It does fork, yeah, it forks.
It's got limbs.
It does. So, anyway, we got to listen on Sundays, and at the time, Tony was working a job where he was on call 24/7, 365, and he just loved it. But anyway, we couldn't come every Sunday, but we started coming. And when we could come, when we was here, or he wasn't called out, when he was home and wasn't called out, we came. And there's no place like this church. When we come in, everybody, first of all, Doug and Mary Jane was the welcoming arms of this church. And it didn't take 5 seconds till there was arms welcoming all around. That's what you get when you come here. And you get friendly people, and you get God-fearing people, and you get people that believe in the truth that they walk in. And you got people that can tell you things and teach you things that you might not ever even thought about. I was not raised in a church of God. I was raised in a Baptist church. You could set your clock by when the choir come out of the loft. Every Sunday, it still goes on today. It's the same schedule. I'm not knocking it, but it wasn't for me.
I found that out. I rolled in there and opened my big mouth, and everybody went like.
That's not knocking it, that's just not my thing. I didn't know it wasn't my thing till I found my thing. So I want to thank Doug and Mary Jane for welcoming us in and making us feel so welcome and so loved, and you care so much for us and for everybody in here. And I just appreciate all of you. You've extended your friendliness, you've extended your arms, you've listened when I've had something I needed to say, or if I just needed to say something personal.
When we can't
You've
get a
been
song
there.
started, we're here for 15, 20 minutes.
You're patient.
But no, this goes with all the people.
Yes,
This whole church, from one side to the other, from front to back. I mean, I tell people about it all the time.
I do too.
And they was like, a guy asked me one time, said, "You drive an hour every Sunday morning to get?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Look how many churches you pass." I said, "But it ain't like this church."
That's right. It's
You
not.
you pass you pass a lot of different things on, you got in a grocery store, you pass a lot of different shelf stuff, but you know what you want, there it is.
And when you
get
find it,
you go.
stick with it. And we have been, probably everybody knows, we've been looking for a house for now probably a year. And it's not that we can't find one. There's been plenty on the market. They're a little bit up here in price, but they're out there. And I don't have any excuse for why we haven't got one yet, except I'm just picky and I want what I want. And we will find one. But if anybody knows of one that's not on the market but you're wanting to sell, let us know. So it may take word of mouth. So, but thank you so much for welcoming us in, Mary Jane. Thank you so much. We love you.
Just thank y'all for being y'all.
Yes.